starting this series on why have an accountability partner. But before you can actually have a partner that you're accountable to, you have to be accountable to yourself. So when you're talking about to be accountable, what actually do we mean? So to be accountable means that to be responsible for one's decision or action and expect to explain them when asked. So when you're talking about you're accountable, you're talking about you are responsible for your practice, for your own decisions. So it's not as if you have made some mistake and you have made some mistakes and you are holding other people responsible. So you're actually accountable to yourself. And because of that, it helps you to be able to identify the reason why you need to have an accountability partner and what an accountability partner can actually do for you. So accountability is keeping your commitments to people. So before you can have somebody that can be committed to you, you have to be somebody, you have to be someone that is actually committed to people too. So and that is when and how it shows that you are accountable to yourself. So it's not as if you are not committed to people, you're not committed to your words, and you want somebody to be accountable and somebody to be happy or to be responsible to you. It doesn't work that way. So you have to be accountable to yourself, have to be committed, have to be able to be somebody that is keeping to his or her words. And also, accountable people, they don't blame others for their mistakes. So in this world, there is no one that is perfect. So we make mistakes, we do what we are not supposed to do, we do some decision, we make some decisions and backfire on us. An accountable person see that, accept it, and move forward. And it is so much important for us to be accountable to ourselves, for us to be committed to ourselves, and that is where we can actually seek help. So if there are faults with you, if you're not committed to yourself, if you don't see need why you should be committed to yourself and to be committed to a goal, you cannot get someone that can actually be committed to your goals. So it's very important to note that. And also, why do you now need to have an accountability partner? So at first, you have identified that you are responsible for your goal. So at first, you have identified that you have to be committed to your goals. Then you now have to go out and look for someone that can help you to achieve that goal. So for instance, now last year I wrote a book, and so when I started writing that book, it was as if that task could not be achieved. So November last year, I went for a program and I heard about accountability. And know the guest, he gave an example how he goes to the extra mile of committing something so that it can actually be accountable. So because he wants to reduce the size, he went to a gym where he has to pay a high price because he had tried previously. Probably the price was small. And was like, I can let's go of this, but it was like this one will not help me. So he went to a gym where the price is extremely costly, and anytime he's paying that amount, it's like, wow, it's a great commitment. And that commitment helped him to be achieved, to be able to be committed to that goal and actually help him to achieve that goal. So this accountability can actually be you being accountable first, you being committed to it, then now having someone. So in the gym he went to, he has a facilitator that is always checking on him. So because it's very expensive, so that one will check on me often. And having know what he has committed to it, is ready to achieve that goal, to focus on it, and in a short while, he was able to achieve it. So this evening, I will be having our guests with us that will be talking about who actually can you select as an accountability partner, and why do we actually need to have an accountability partner, someone that we are accountable to.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be on this platform this evening. My name is Mplitem Judith Amarachi. Okay, who can you choose as an accountability partner, and why do you need an accountability partner? That's the question, right?
Yes.
Okay, first and foremost, there it is of no importance choosing somebody that you are lower than or somebody that is at the same level with you whenever it comes to achieving something in life. If you must be able to achieve a goal that you've given to yourself, then that means you as a person, you need somebody that is higher than you. Because if you make somebody that you're higher than your accountability partner, you will only end up dragging that person along. And that is something you wouldn't want to happen. Because one of the reasons why you need to reach your goal, you want somebody that can be able to help you attain to the heights you want to attain to. For instance, I am here in Imo State and I want to get to Lagos. I know it that there is no way I can go to Lagos by trekking in this recent age. It is of truth that in the olden times they were able to trek to Lagos. But in this recent age, it is impossible for me to get to Lagos by just trekking. It is if I'm to trek from here to Lagos means I will be there. I will reach there in 1 year time. So what will I do now? It is either I will board a flight, or I will board a train, or I will buy a ticket for a bus. Now, this means of transportation are a way is a means of helping me get to my destination on time. It's not that if I want to get to Lagos trekking, I will not get to Lagos, but it might take me time. So that's one of the essence of having an accountability partner. They are there to fasten your journey. They are there to make you look more into your goals and why you should achieve it. I believe I've answered the question now.
Okay. Thank you for that. So there is there is something unique in what you have said, which I want everybody here to pick, and that is someone that is higher than you. Because we are actually desiring a goal and you want to achieve that goal. So it will be a waste of time, a waste of effort to pick someone that you're on the same level with. So for me last year, when I was looking for who I can hold accountable, who can hold my hand when I was writing the book, I went to look for a friend who has achieved similar to that. And also someone that I know is stronger than me. And that's another thing. You have to be someone that has achieved what you like, what you desire, or someone that has a similar experience, or someone that is stronger than you, that have a strong will. Saying that with this strong will, no matter what, there is no way I can escape. I just have to be committed to this goal.
Yes.
So it's very important. So someone that is so if you are weak, don't look for someone that is weak. You just end up two of you will just end up falling together. So you have to look for someone that is stronger than you, someone that has a strong will, someone that can push you. And another thing is that someone that can push you to the right direction. So because you're
Yes.
after a goal, you're after a goal. So it's not someone that I also it's not so it's, you're not picking someone that's does not believe in that goal, or someone that will look down on that goal. That's another thing everyone here have to take note of. Because in the process of you looking for an accountability person, you have to be someone that believes your vision, that believes your goal. So now, assuming that last year when I was looking for work, who can be my accountable partner when I was writing this book, if I've just gone to look for someone that have not done that before, or someone that does not believe in that, I may end up not achieving that goal at all. Because like, why are you stressing yourself? Do you actually need it? Is there need for it? No. And at that particular time, I was already down. So for me to not hear someone, for me to have someone that will be telling me that someone that person is going to kill the vision totally. So you have to be very careful of vision killers. So when you're looking for someone that is accountable, that will be your accountable partner, don't look for someone that will keep that vision. Look for someone that believes in that vision. It is very, very important. Someone that believes in that vision. So thank you for your contribution. So you have actually talked about who you can select for an accountability partner. So I want you to share from your experience how you have benefited from having an accountable partner.
Okay. Actually, earlier this year when we started 2021, I've already set my goals for the year, what I wanted to accomplish and all of that. And I knew it that if I don't have an accountability partner, to an extent, I may not be able to achieve some of these things. Because I needed somebody that is more experienced, like you said, somebody that has more authority. And I was looking for one. I kept on looking for one. I kept on searching until I found. And when I found, it was not a free service. No, I have to pay for that. I paid the lady for that. In fact, she's very good. And my experience with her totally changed everything for me. I was able to achieve my goals amicably, very good, within that first quarter of 2021. And it was so amazing. The experience was so amazing. And the other things that she introduced into my life and into my journey was so amazing too. Some things that I was not doing before that she brought into my life and field. It was so amazing, and I appreciated every moment of it. So
Wow.
I would still advising anybody that doesn't have one should get one.
Wow, that's so amazing. And there's something important in what you said. You paid for it. Oh, nothing good comes easily. Some you can actually get some freely, but there's
Hmm.
some that you have to pay for. So I need to ask you, when you are looking for who you are going to hold you, who is going to be your accountable partner, what were the things you're actually looking for? So that anyone that is hearing us, what are the things that they're supposed to look for in the accountability or accountable partner in this journey?
Okay. When I was looking for an accountability partner, the first thing I looked out for was somebody that is relevant because I so much love the place of relevance. And if you, I knew that if I'm to choose somebody that is not relevant, the person might end up inducing me with his or her irrelevance. And then I also looked out for somebody that is excellent in her field. She was indeed excellent in her field. So I looked at for relevance, I looked at for excellence, I looked at for impact, and I looked at for influence. And somebody that has leadership characteristics, somebody I can be able to listen to, not somebody that is talking to me and I'm like, no, I will not do what you're asking me to do. So those were the qualities I looked at for, and I found them in the person.
Wow. We talk about relevancy. So because we're actually looking for someone that will make you to grow in life. So you're not just
Exactly.
looking for any kind. You're not looking for any kind of person. So it has to be somebody that is relevant already. Also excellent in her field. Wow. Also impacts. Someone that can make impacts, influence. Because to be sincere, from this kind of people, that's it's from them that you can actually grow. Because
Yes.
once they see that you are good, once they see that you are committed, they will recommend you, they will connect you, and those things actually help in growing one's career. Then also leadership characteristics. So it is very important. So today we have talked about accountable partner, having an accountability partner. And that's
Mm.
they're not just telling you that just go outside and tell them, I want you to become my accountability partner. There are some things you have to look out for in the life of that person, whether it's an he or whether it's a she. So I want to have a question. As I said, an he or she, this question just comes to mind. So when I'm talking about, I want to have an accountability partner, is there a need for me to consider the sex of the person? Because I remember I saw one of your posts where you're talking about there was somebody you maybe want to gain from you, want to gain from him, or and along the line started to do some things and you have to cut off the relationship.
Okay. Okay. First of all, let me say something about that particular post. Okay, the post was actually the post was actually trying to solve that problem among we young people that always have these emotional feelings whenever we have people that are opposite sex around us. And that is very bad. When we keep letting our feelings come in between us and people, there is every possibility that we'll not be able to learn what we are supposed to learn from them. So that was the essence of the post, and I have to cut off from the person because I saw that he was not serious. Okay, based on coming to the question you asked me, can one have an accountability partner that is of opposite sex? Of course you should, and of course you can, but there should always be a line, or let me say a boundary to things. If you're having somebody that is of opposite sex as your accountability partner, you that choose the person should be able to know when not to cross a given boundary. Because it is not everybody that like all of these kind of that. If you want to have an accountability partner, be it the same sex, be it opposite sex, we must be very careful not to cross the boundaries that they get to us.
So, for your home, you talk about you paid for it. And, in this part of the world, we find it difficult to pay for things like that.
Yes.
It's only food, house, rent. Those are the things that we actually value. So, if I have to discuss with someone and you are telling that person, get an accountability partner, and like, well, it's going to attract calls. How do you want me to go about that? What actually will be your response to such kind of question?
Okay. First and foremost, I must let me come this way anyway. Um, Freebies are for newbies. Newbies, that is, free things are for people that are still new that don't really want to grow. Yes, that's what we mean by that particular um, statement. I believe that anybody that wants to get to a certain length in life, he must pay for it. And most times, payment is not just in money. You can pay with your energy, you can pay with time, you can pay with many other things apart from money. But in this particular part of the country, there is this mindset that we have that everything should be for free. And that is a very deadly mindset. If I want to go from here to Lagos, I must definitely make sure that I pay the taxi driver that I'm boarding, or I will pay the flight people, or whatever means I want to use or I'm using. So, as a matter of fact, anything at all you know as a person that will help you, if you have the money, go ahead and pay for it. And if you know that this is what will help you, you can still make up with the money. I so believe in anything you know that is so important to you. If it is so important, so important to you that it will save your life, go ahead and pay for it. Go ahead and pay for it. And there is another thing I would want to say to people that don't really have the money to hire accountability partners. There is another form of accountability partner that I found out, not a human type of accountability partner. This type of accountability partner is what I call the responsibility type of accountability partner. When if you don't have the money to get a human type of accountability partner, make your responsibilities your accountability partner. Because I believe when our fathers were still coming up, or let me say before this modern age came, our grandparents and all of those people, they were not given the privilege to know all of these things called accountability partner. And there was one thing that keeps waking them up from their bed every morning, and that was no other thing but their responsibilities. When they remember that they have children to feed, a wife to take care of, a room to provide, or a house to provide for the family, they will have no other option but to leave their bed very early in the morning and go and get something for the family to eat. So in a situation whereby somebody doesn't have the money to pay for accountability partnership, go ahead, make your responsibilities your accountability partner. It could be anything at all that is of utmost importance to you. Go ahead and make that thing your accountability partner. When you remember it, when you remember that the state you are in is not comfortable to you, you have no other option but to stand up every morning and walk.
So it's about a story from this book called My Womb. So, the book is written by me. So when I was in the secondary school, one of my vice principals told us, your destiny is in your hand. And she informed us to write it on the wall of her room so that anytime we wake up, we will see and read it every morning. It is over 20 years now, and I can confirm this, that the statement is true. Your destiny is really in your hand. Everyone has a great part to play in the attainment of their greatness. And it's also
Exactly.
important to know that God has endowed us with greatness. However, our actions determine what we achieve in life. So it is what we determine what we achieve in life. It is the definition we give to our lives that determines what we will actually become. And there's another illustration here. When a teenage boy is hungry, he cries to his mother for food. After the mother has given him the food, if he refuses to eat, he will remain hungry. He has to put the food in his mouth by his hand for his mouth to be filled. Take ownership and decide to be whom God has destined you to be. So take ownership. First, be accountable to yourself. And along the line, you even see people that will be willing to select you, to help you in actually becoming who God has destined you to be.
Final words from the very illustration or from the short phrase you just read. Your destiny is in your hands. The destiny of everyone is in his or her hands. One thing I believe, I've seen some people say words like, some people are born great, while some are born poor. Nobody was born with greatness in them, and nobody was born with poverty in them. The same way God created A was the same way He created Z. In fact, the amount of thing He put into A was the same amount of thing He put into Z. So it depends on you as a person that is listening to us to determine whether you will go higher or remain at the level you are or come down lower. As a matter of fact, I don't have all the beautiful experiences children used to have when they were growing up. I came from a very humble background, and I appreciated that a lot because I didn't want to continually have that experience in life. So I started earlier in life to choose what I wanted for myself. So everything about life is solely on you as a person. It depends on your decision. There is something that they used to say when we were in school, that your don't allow your background to be the reason why your back should be on the ground. So as a person, you that is listening to us, don't allow your background to be the reason why your back should be on the ground. Always have a reason to live. And not just that. I'm a person that has given herself to relevance, and impact. I told myself that be it in anything, I must be relevant and I must impact into people. So it was a decision that I took even when I have not come into the online space, and it has been reflecting outside of me. So if you are a person that is living on earth, you should give yourself to relevance and you should give yourself to impact. Wrapping it up,
Wow.
I will say, I will quote Miles Moreau, the great Miles Moreau of blessed memory. He said something. He said, "The richest place in the world is not the oil well of Saudi Arabia, not the goals in the land of I think I don't know the country he mentioned. I've forgotten that. So the richest place in the world is the graveyards that has men and women that had great ideas, but they did not release it for the world to see. So as a person, that particular idea that has been in you, you have to pull it out, you have to push it out, and you have to make sure, put in your effort to make sure that it works. And don't relent.
Wow. So, no matter your background, desire to be the difference. So things must not continue to go the way things has been going, that lineage. Desire to be the change you want to see. Let it start from you. So your destiny is really in your hands. You're the one that you're the one that determine
Exactly.
who you actually become. Bye.